everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my tattoos, what I have, what I want, when I got them, how long they took, the process, all that fun stuff. Ignore my voice. I've wanted tattoos since I was in high school. I was like, I'm gonna have 2 full sleeves. It was something that was like, I always knew I would love. My parents, like my dad didn't love them, and he always was like, oh, when you turn 18. And then I turned 18, I was like, all right, ready to go. At the end of the day, he doesn't really care. I'm sure he doesn't prefer them, but he's very like, now I'm 24, I moved out, I'm married, I have a house, so he really can't say anything, but he always is pretty supportive with what I do. So anyway, the first tattoo I ever got, ignore my cankles, but I got that tattoo a week after my 18th birthday. I would have gotten it on my actual 18th birthday, but we were going skydiving, so we went a week after my 18th birthday. I used to be obsessed with the band Brand New, still love them. The lead singer does some little questionable things, but anyway, don't regret it. But basically Fight Off Your Demons was one of their albums. Super angsty teenager thing of me to get, but it's cute. It probably took less than an hour probably. It was what, 6 years ago? Oh my god, that's crazy. But yeah, 6 years ago, and yeah, so that was my first tattoo. The second tattoo I got, which was like crazy to people, that it was my second tattoo and I went so balls to the walls, my half sleeve. I love this guy. It is Where the Wild Things Are. And right here it says, inside all of us is a wild thing. I love this tattoo. So I decided I wanted this while I was in beauty school, and I actually got my first session for this 3 months after I turned 18, which is crazy. So basically the process that I used, which I would highly recommend, and I still would 100% use again if I wanted anything with very like fine line work, there is a site. It is called createmytattoo.com. Basically the premise is you go on and you kind of give a description like, hey, the tattoo, I want this, this, and this. You put up a prize. Could be $50, could be $500. Obviously the higher the prize, the more people will enter, and it's artists that will like draw you a sketch. So I wanted Where the Wild Things Are, but obviously the book, it goes like this. So I wanted it like this, and I'm sure my tattoo artist could have done it, but a lot of them don't draw it for you. You don't see the sketch until you're there to get tattooed, which I was not comfortable with, especially being my first big piece at 18. I was like, I don't want to be the girl that's 18 and got a jacked up sleeve. I want it to look good. So the girl, I think her name was April, I don't know why I remember that, she like put in the sketch, and I was like, wait, I love that. Can you fine tune this, this, and this? Can you do this? And she was like, yep. Gave her the prize. That was it. So worth the money. I think it might have been $100. I don't remember, but it was amazing. I went to my tattoo artist. I told him a friend sketched it for me, because you know, you don't want to be like insulting. Like I said, I'm sure he could have drew it for me, but like they weren't gonna do it so far in advance. I actually set this as my screensaver for the full 3 months waiting for the appointment to make sure I didn't get sick of it. If anything was gonna bother me, I wanted to like notice it that. So I'd highly recommend that if you're not sure if you want it. Stare at it until you should be sick of it and then get it, because then it's like if you're not sick of it, you're good. So I love this guy. I get so many like compliments, and of course like little kids will like see it and they love it. I actually have been thinking of finishing my sleeve in general, but I just don't necessarily know what I would get. If I was an elementary school teacher or something, I would totally just like run with the theme of doing cartoons all down my arm, but I'm not, and I don't like love Where the Wild Things enough where I just would want to get the whole entire arm of Where the Wild Things. But I definitely want something that will flow really nicely with it. I would definitely want this on my black and white arm. So if anyone has any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below, because I really am itching to do more, even if it's just filling in the inside, but I just don't know what I would do. So the process of this, I think altogether it took 3 sessions. So the first full session was all the line work. Line work doesn't hurt too bad. It definitely took a couple hours, but I think I sat pretty good. And then the healing process for any tattoo is like the worst part, because it's so goopy and hot and you can't cover it and it's itchy, but you deal with it. But I would rather get tattooed for 1,000,000 hours than deal with the healing process of it. So yes, and then the second session, I think he shaded half of it, and then I was like, I can't sit for any longer. If you have tattoos, you know shading is the worst. Line work all day, shading for an hour. Then the third session, I finally went, and it's hard to tell. So this is my thing, like I am in the sun a lot. I do think I take good care of my tattoos, but I am in the sun a lot, so they will fade. So December 2013 was when I got it the first time, and then in March of 2017 I actually got it reworked. First tattoo artist did an amazing job. It was faded. It looked like it was years old because of my own fault. So I went to another tattoo artist who I was using for my other arm. I'll show you that in a second. And she reworked the whole entire thing, and the leaves actually, you could see it still have a little bit of color, but they were a lot brighter in the first place. I just don't know if it's my skin, but I do like, I'm always like, oh, I miss the way it looked when it was super fresh. Who knows, maybe if I eventually do fill it in, I'd maybe get this brightened up a little bit again, but it's hanging in a lot better this time considering it's almost been 3 years. Probably all in all, maybe 10 hours of work. There is a lot of finer details. And what made me get it was just, I don't really know, to be honest. I know I did love the book when I was younger. Like, it was definitely my favorite childhood book, but I just thought it was something that'd be really cool to get. I'm not one of those people that thinks you need like a super intricate story of every tattoo you have. I just thought it would look really good, and I loved it, and I still do. It's been 6 years this month since I've gotten it, and I'm not sick of it. I love it. The third tattoo I got is my favorite. I'm crunching up my toes because I need a pedicure so bad, but it's my little alien on my big toe. I always loved the aliens. I used to have like a weird obsession when I was in high school with them, and Vinny actually used to call me Abigailian, so I thought that was a cute little nod to it. But he's my favorite little guy. I remember I went the day I took my cosmetology written board, and I was nervous, and I was like, let me just go do something. Called up the tattoo place. I got it in 10 minutes while eating a Chipotle burrito. Did not hurt at all, and he's just my favorite little guy. And a lot of people said that he was gonna fade horrible, and I don't think he looks too bad, and it's been same thing around 6 years, and his name is Franklin. The people that know me in real life, I think it's kind of their favorite tattoo too, because it's just so like cute and random. Like Vinny said before that if he had like a spot that he liked it, like he thought it was really cute, he would also get it because it's like the cutest little guy. And then for my last tattoo, this was over many sessions, and it wasn't even meant to be like a lower half sleeve, and I just kind of kept adding to it. So this is probably over the course of like 4 or 5 sessions, but I don't even know, is that dramatic? I would say minimum 3, maximum 5 sessions. But I count it as one tattoo because it's all consecutive. So it is my beautiful watercolor sleeve. So same thing, I have nothing up here. So I have a lower half sleeve here, top half sleeve here. I would also be completely open to filling this arm in as well. I was obsessed with tattoos when I was younger, and then the last couple of years I kind of was like, I love what I have, but I'm kind of over that like need to do it. But now, maybe it's because the wedding is over, I'm like, I would totally be down to fill in more. So this would be my color arm, and I'm really weird with color. I definitely like more jewel tones. Like you wouldn't catch me with any red or pink on my arms. I have a little, no, it's honestly a lot of like purples and blues. Like I like very subdued, muted jewel tones. So the first one that I got was my Blue Jay. So I started with just him. So you could see it's watercolor, but it's still pretty structured. Loved him, and I actually did let my tattoo artist, basically, I wouldn't say surprise me, but it was very scary because with watercolor, you can't, it's not line work. You can't use that website like I did for this guy. I kind of just had to, she did like the very structured parts, but a lot of it I just had to trust her, and it came out amazing, and I love my Bluebird. After that, I was like, okay, I love the watercolor, I want some more. So I went with a pretty traditional, but also somewhat watercolory rose. I have that with some beautiful leaves. And then another one down here, a little bit of a splatter. And I actually got a couple violets, I think they are. Probably should remember, but I don't. So I got all that, the front of it first. That hurt, because once again, I like line work, and this had no line work in it, so that hurt a lot, especially right over here. I remember just sitting there like trying, it just, I sit for pain well, but like I'm like, I can't talk to you because I'm dying. And then I eventually added my pair of scissors back here. So this was kind of, you know, obviously a hairdresser thing. So I got scissors, and I wanted to incorporate all of the, this is so dry over here, I don't know why, but I wanted to incorporate hair because it's my life, and I kind of did rose, and I wanted some of those muted tones again. Wanted everything to look like a piece, and it's not like obnoxious scissors, because then everyone that sees it like, oh, I didn't even realize it was scissors. They thought it was just all one piece. That probably took a couple sessions. And the last time I got this, I think I got the majority of this in maybe between 2015 and 2017. So it's been almost 3 years since I've gotten any tattoos. If I'm gonna be finishing a sleeve, I would want to be this one first. So if anyone has any ideas, please let me know, because I've been trying to look on Pinterest and I'm like, I could always go with like floral because it's safe. Like I already have the floral over here. I want something black and white that like I love and isn't too matchy with my Where the Wild Things Are, but it's just that like nice blend of everything. So that is everything for my tattoos. Since I'm talking about tattoos, I might as well talk about piercings too. So I actually had gauges for my whole entire high school career and I loved them. That's actually what Vinny like noticed about me first, and he was like, oh my god, gauges, because we were angsty teenagers and like, why not? But I went to take them out a couple years ago and they will not close smaller than a 2. So I ended up just saying screw it, and now I just wear earrings that are gauges that I hope aren't too noticeable. So right now I'm about to be going to my Sola Salon holiday party, which is why I'm a little fancy, so I have my gauge earrings in. I don't regret having the gauges. I do wish they'd close because I just want to wear like regular earrings like I do in my second haul, but it isn't the same. But I love them still. They're fine. Like we have earrings that can make them look like pretty normal, I hope. I also have my double helix, which I got in the 9th grade, and I won't take it out because like it just was so sucky to heal. I'd rather just leave it until I die because it doesn't bother me, so I'm just gonna leave them alone. And then I also have my nose hoop, which I never see myself getting rid of. I forget that it's there because it's just a part of my face. Like I forget, I can't even picture what I look like without it. I wanted it forever, but I worked at Starbucks, and at the time, because this was a couple years ago, they did not like tattoos or piercings. I had my tattoos, but I liked wearing a thermal under my polo anyway. But the nose hoop was a big no-go for them. So I remember I was nearing the end of beauty school. I was only working at Starbucks 1 day a week. I was getting ready to quit anyway because I was working a million days a week at a salon, and I just got it. And they were like, hey, can you switch it to a stud? And I was like, no, always wanted a hoop. I actually made them pierce it with a hoop. You're supposed to pierce it with the stud, but I wanted to change it to a hoop, so they pierced it with that. I didn't have any complications with it, thank God. I was so scared to have a keloid because I honestly really like my nose. It's one of my most favorite features, so I was a little nervous to mess it up, but I love my nose hoop. I think I'm good with the piercings. I love what I have. I don't really find the need to do more, and I also think that piercings hurt hell of a lot more than a tattoo does. So no thank you. The healing process, no thank you. Just I'll stick with my ink on my skin. So while we're sitting here, I do want to give you guys a quick update on Vlogmas, or what our video schedule is gonna be like. So this is hopefully gonna go up Sunday or Monday of this week. We're planning on doing our own little Vlogmas this year. It's obviously not gonna be December 1st through December 31st. It's going to be a 12 days of Christmas plus 2. We are going to start uploading them this Friday, so film Thursday, post Friday, and we're gonna do from this Friday, which is the 13th, up until the 26th. So when we did the math, I think the 12 days end on the 23rd, but we will be posting Christmas Eve, and we will be posting Christmas, and then the day after Christmas. So altogether, I think it's 14 straight videos. We already know what we're gonna do. We're so excited, so I hope you guys are too. I actually got this recommendation to do this video from one of you guys, so thank you so much. It makes me feel so excited. Please keep doing that. I love that. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.